Okay, hi everyone, we are back. So I've skipped ahead about 1 month, so we're in February now. There wasn't much to do within January. All I could do was make sure the cows were topped up, which they didn't need anything doing. So what I'm going to do today is get some feed made up for these cows. So for that though, I'm going to just grab the bucket and then grab some manure, and we'll just give the BGA another top up. Just get that processing, get some electricity generated for the farm, make some money on the side, and obviously make some digestate on the side as well. So last time we topped this up was back in December, late November, early December. So we currently have 8,000 litres made just from this one here, from the dairy cows. So again, we're doing little shuttles, 2,000 litres each. So we'll do 4 shuttles. And got a lot of smoke coming out the old Massey here. Obviously maintenance is fairly low, but it is an old bit of kit we've got ourselves in the long run. So again, we just about reach on the forks on this one, just about. So just make sure we actually are switched on. So we want manure activated, and then we got plenty of space there. Look, so manure is coming in, 573 litres. Should go up in just a second. There we go, 910 litres, and that will start productions again. And obviously once that's topped up, once we've got all of our winter manure made up, so April time we'll get the cows back out and we'll get all the manure we've made into this, and then we can start using the digestate to spread on the fields as well before we start putting more crop in the ground. I haven't decided just yet what we're going to put in the ground, because just the way the crop season is made on this map. So I was hoping to put in some barley maybe, but we can't do that until September time. Can only plant once a year on this map currently. So we'll need to analyse what really is the best crop for us to put in, what's going to give us the best yield. And obviously if we can get straw from it, ideally it's the best option, which you can get from barley I believe, but not from the oats. And then yeah, the plan today, once we've got this manure shifted, is we're going to grab our forks back on, and we're going to go grab some silage bales from the field and start getting some TMR made up, so total mix of ration. Because it's February now and we want the cows really on the best feed we can give them, to give them a good start to the year. Bit slow because we can't get the bucket all the way down, but not too bad. So 2 more loads will do us. And yeah, we'll get some hay made up. I'm no expert on getting the TMR made up. I don't believe you actually need straw to produce it. It's just like a filler, the straw is. So you only need hay and silage. I'm sure we'll find out very soon if I'm wrong. But we've got plenty of grass and hay laying around. And depending on how much we make as well from this mix, there's enough to keep us going for at least 6 months or so. I might sell off some of these grass bales we've got, because we've got so many. We can't really use them for a whole lot of things at the moment. One of these buckets, they shift the manure the wrong way. It just pushes it out the actual silo, and it'll get stuck in behind. It's a nightmare. Happens with the corn as well. Push the corn like behind the actual building, which is just annoying. But yeah, obviously this is going to save us money in the long run. I won't buy a manure spreader just because the spreading them is not great, and obviously we've got plenty of slurry and liquid we can actually spread, and we've got the liquid tanker as well. It's just more kit we've got to buy, whereas the manure, at least we can make money from it. I mean, if we really want to, we could put the slurry in here as well, realistically, and it's still going to give us liquid output anyway, and we make some money from the electricity and the methane. So I suppose it is an option to put the slurry in there if we really wanted to, because it still does give us a output of liquid we can spread on the fields to top the nitrogen. So one more bucket, but I think we've lost a bit here behind the silo. That's just gone behind there quite a bit, to be honest. I think it's because of the little dip we've got here. It's obviously not ideal. So we might have to think about relocating our bay, or just bring it forward slightly so it's not on the dip. Can we get back there? Let's have a look. I know we can. This is not the perfect solution, but this wouldn't happen. It wouldn't go through the walls, would it? So, there's 600 litres there. It's quite a fair amount. We don't want to be wasting. No. Okay, this has gone terribly wrong. But looking back here, what we could potentially do is put in a little track, maybe up to here. We could always have a manure pit just sort of situated just behind here, maybe. Level this ground off slightly. And that will fit in a bit more naturally as well then. On a dealer, again, I've mentioned this before, I'd want to get rid of this grain silo because we're not using it at all. So I think I have to take the loss there. It's just going to be stuck down there for now. We'll cut for the farm if we can make up the hill. Never actually been this way before. So we'll make sure we close the gate. Watch out, cow. We'll cut for here, I think. But there is some manure we can scoop up here, actually. It's a bit temperamental, this bucket as well sometimes. I don't really recommend this sometimes, the way it scrapes on the ground. And never gate. So there we go. That is the BGA now processing. So we've got 6,000 litres in there, so it's not too bad. And we have got the obviously the manure down at the field as well. There's a bit more down there. We've got 20 cows down there for beef cows. But I'm not going to shuttle it with this bucket. We'll just get a trailer up here at some point. And we'll just put it in the trailer and shift it across. So the plan now is to undo these forks stuck in the ground. Hopefully it reconnects properly. We're not having much luck on this playthrough at the moment, are we? On this vehicle, things getting stuck everywhere. We get out of the ground. No. Right. This is obviously not ideal. Okay, where are we now? Okay. Not quite sure where we are now. We're at the bottom of the field. So, that's not going to happen. Right, let's just teleport ourselves quickly. I didn't know about this teleport function. I've used it a lot on the behind the scenes just to get to and from the map. It does save a lot of time. There we go. Nice and simple. So yeah, we'll use the the Renault for the first time. So fire up. Not been switched on all winter. Which is just going to be nice and easy to maneuver this in the barn. So got the Metaltech one, the old worn and rusty one we've got here. We'll take this down to here for now. Try and save some time. Then we'll grab the forks. We'll put in some hay. Hopefully you can reach up the top one. So I'm not quite sure how many you actually need to put in either, so we'll just sort of experiment a little bit here. I'm guessing maybe 1 or 2 will do us. We F1, I'm sure the C. There we go. So that's 1 hay put in. We'll go and grab a silage bale from the field down here. Again, these are the ones that were caught in the storm, so we just wrap them up in the end. So we probably can really, instead of wasting the grass selling them, I suppose we could just wrap them up. I don't know if it would work realistically in the real world if you could wrap up grass bales down the line. Or if you've got to do it, you know, as soon as they're cut. If there's any real farmers out there, let me know. But we'll give it a try. We could always wrap them up, the ones we've got excess with. Because that will save us buying some silage. I mean, I suppose we'd probably take the wrap off as well, wouldn't we? So let me just try that a second. I believe you just cut right thumbstick, left thumb. There we go. Cut open bale. Then I'm gonna put the plastic in there. So we've got about 50-50 there with the hay and silage. 8,000 litres, I believe, if I turn it on. Like I said, I'm pretty certain that you only need silage and hay for this to work. Now we're sort of in the middle of each at the moment. I'm not sure what is best, more silage. So all the capacity of this actual machine. I think we'll do a little test quickly. We'll just try and unload some in the barn. And we'll just see what happens, see if it recognises it as TMR. Probably could get some more in there, potentially. Again, I've not really done much TMR mixing, really. I did it on the Italy map, but did kind of cuff it a bit. So we've got tip left side. So it's picking up. If I tip it on the right, the option's coming up. Obviously the cows would move. So turtle mix Ration, start unloading. I drive along, does it still work? Good job, cow. Very flexible. So let's have a look at the cow barn. So TMR 7,999 litres, which I think we had 8,000, so that's gone up. So that has worked. We've got 0 in the self-made shed. So I mean, to be honest, we're probably better off letting the grass and the hay run out first, because they won't consume now. The hay and grass until the TMR's gone, and that's you know 8,000 litres of TMR we won't be able to get in to the feed mixer. So I think what we'll do is we'll just practice a bit more mixing up and let the TMR go down on this one. I know on Maize Plus it will eat them all evenly, but we haven't got Maize Plus installed currently. So what I'll do is try the capacity, how much more we can actually get in. So if we get down to the bottom, so it's saying 56% full currently. So I guess it's only got space for 2 bales. I mean, the best way to check, I suppose, if I go on to what I own. Quickly check the used vehicles here actually, 38,000 for a sprayer there, it's not too bad. 36,000 for a new header. Bit big for our farm, but that sprayer could be actually a potential option. So where was I? So we got animals, capacity 8,000 litres, and the other one's got 12 metres squared, so a bit bigger. So it looks like it does only fit in 2 4,500 litre bales each, but we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens if we put in 2. I guess it will just reduce the hay and add more silage. But again, I'm not an expert on this. I'll probably need to do a bit of researching on this for the future, on the best ratios. I feel like 2 bales of silage and 1 hay sounds about right from what I've seen on other videos. But again, I'm not 100%. These are only 3,500 litres as well. For some reason it's not showing up the ratios we're meant to have on this one. It's just not ideal. So we try one more. Because of the dip in the ground, there's stuff in the back end lifting up. Try on the side, shall we? So we've now got 43% silage. Oh, give me a break. There we go. 56%. I don't know if that's gone in. Or just sunk in and we can't see it. Do you know what? Let's try one more, see what happens. If I just hover it above it and see if it actually takes it, or the quantity goes down. So I think we're at capacity. It looks like it takes maybe 2 silage and the one hay. What we'll do is we'll take up one to the other mixer. And we'll get them just sort of pre-mixed. And we'll let the grass and the hay run out on the pastures. Just so we can maximise the amount of TMR going in, so you're having to do it numerous times. Hopefully we've got the reach for this bigger one. Should do, there we go. So it's showing up now, the ratios when it's not in a tractor. So that's one bale gone in. And can we attach this? No. We haven't got a PTO attacher on that one. So we'll grab another bale, bring it up. It's almost like you need a guide for ratios based off the size of your animal feeder. So it says only 3,000 litre capacity. This is the recommended bales. Maybe someone's done it, who knows. And again, I'm hoping if they got TMR, it will increase their productivity and they'll produce more milk and slurry and so on. Hopefully it should work in theory. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see the output. So that's 2 bales gone in. And that's 7,000 litres of silage, so it's showing us. So if we grab some hay now. So many grass bales again, we can definitely wrap these up. So that's sowing 2 full now. So 2 silage and 1 hay. Let's put us about 60% silage. I mean, top of my head, I'd say more silage is better. There's a better ratio, 60-30 or 60-40. Apparently the mineral feed's just for sort of realism effect, doesn't actually do anything. So we could really get more hay in there and even it out. I think we'll leave it as that for now. So what we do need to do though is if we just shut this one down. We'll just do it from the menu. So if we check the open range pasture. So it's not going to show me it now because I've got no animals in there. So we'll head down and check it manually if it shows us. Because we could probably top up that one there for the open field. Again, they'd reproduce faster, or they'd get more selling, I suppose. They've got good feed. But realistically, want the TMR probably going into this barn here. So I think what I'll do in the winter is, or in the summer, we'll have just a 10 out in the field and we'll have 10 in the barn. So at least then we're getting a constant flow of TMR, not TMR. They're getting a good mixture of TMR and they're producing slurry and so on. Because these ones here, self-made cow shed is the one we're in now. Yeah, they've still got 11,000 litres of hay and grass, which we really need to use up. Because it only leaves space for literally about 5,000 litres of TMR, which is not ideal. And then this one here, I believe, yeah, 23,000 litres of just grass, and that one I believe is just grass. But again, they should also graze on the grass anyway for food. If not, I'll just paint the texture in, but I'm trying to avoid it because it's not ideal because it changes the colour. So yeah, we'll let them eat their way through this grass and hay they've already got out first. So again, I'll just fast forward it until end of February, sort of beginning of March time. And then we'll reassess then. Hopefully they get through more of that feed. But at least now we know somewhat of the ratios. So I reckon, yeah. One silage, 1 hay for the small one. Or just about 2 bales of silage, just about fits. And then we've got more capacity in the other one. So what I'll do is I'll just attach it. I've messed this up a bit. Turn this off quickly. So we've jackknifed ourselves here. There we go. So we'll back this one up quickly. And we'll just see the capacity count of this one here. So 95% full, so we put in 2 silage and 1 hay. So we could probably really top up with a bit of hay, just to even out slightly, so it's at 100%. It's not a bad mixture, that. So you can see the exhaust extension mod there, because the engine's on. See the smoke coming out? It's quite a good mod, that. So the requirement for the engine's really high. Maintenance is low, so the exhaust is pumping out loads. That's a nice little touch, that one, eh? So that's those good to go for the end of the month, or at least when the feed goes down, at least a bit more. Straw and slurry. Yeah, and they've all come in, look, for some feed. So the cow barn is at, yeah, 8,000 litres. So again we'll need to hold off. I think for now, not too long episode this time. Just feeding the cows, getting the manure sorted out. And then we'll jump back in, beginning of March. And then we'll start looking at getting the fields prepped. We'll get some more, in fact we'll do that now. So what we'll do is, I'm going to spend a bit of cash here. So all these fields here, we need soil samples obviously, so we can get the right requirements for the fertilizer and nitrogen. So it's going to cost us 26,000. We've got the money, so we purchase soil information. Field 30. So it says there total earnings 34,000. I guess that's from the money I've sold. I see. So that's how much we spent currently, is £26,000 on these fields combined. So yeah, £2,800 on fuel, maintenance £900, AI helpers 4,000 on AI helpers. Jesus. And then we've obviously got 34,000 from the actual harvest themselves. So we've earned £25. Is that right? Is that how much we've earned? £25. Take away costs. I think that's about right. So yeah, if we purchase all those for 11,000, sorry, not as much as I thought it was going to be. And then we'll take a look at these fields. So as you can see, this is why the environmental score was so bad. They are literally all red, and the yield, nitrogen is all terrible on all of them. Even with the small bit of slurry spread. I mean, the pH isn't too bad in terms of liming, which we probably should do first, really get the weeds out and then lime. But the fertilizing needs a lot of work, so we are going to need a lot of slurry to get that processed. I don't think we'll have enough to do all these fields. And obviously, annoyingly, I'm not sure. Clear yield map and field 30. Not sure what I've done there. It says clear yield map. How do I get the there we go, the values up. So already they've gone from about 30, I think they were at, to 47, 46. So straight away we actually gained a bit of environmental score there. Let's look at these ones. There was at 35, yeah. So 31, 35. Those ones aren't too bad. So we do get a bit of environmental score just for soil samples, which is good. But yeah, there's a lot of work to do before we start planting. So as you can see on this graph here, we can't really plant with black oats in March. We can plant sunflowers We haven't got potato capacity or the machinery. Corn we could probably do in April again. Want to do corn. And that is pretty much it. Sorghum we can do, but we can't do barley or wheat, which ideally I'd like to do most because we can get the straw. I mean, and if we did plant sorghum, we'd harvest it in August, and I suppose we could then plant barley and wheat in September, so that could work. If we planted corn in April, we could harvest it in October, and then we'd have to be very quick getting the barley in straight away. So there's options there to get 2 in this year, realistically. Again, sunflowers, if we planted some sunflowers in, we could get them harvested in October, and still planting some barley and wheat for some winter wheat and barley. So that could work. So yeah, we've got really until latest, I'd say, corn, get the corn in May. But even then, we'd miss the window for harvesting then, so we need to get it in really April. So we need to get a move on really, getting these fields prepped for the harvest for the rest of the year. We're in a good place now. We've got the feed ready for the cows, and again that will provide some income. We'll get the milk eventually. We've got 11,000 litres now. We'll get that shifted across over to here, and we can start producing some butter and cheese. And if we do run out of capacity, we can sell off any remainder. So just have a quick look when the best time to sell milk is actually. September is not a bad time for milk selling, and we'll look at in September for butter and cheese is about the same price. So really, we can make a bit of profit as well September time, and we'll be low on cash by that point because we'll be putting a lot of hours in and fuel in to getting the fields ready. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.